Last normal day. ASTERION gate hung over the gas giant like a broken halo. From the command spire's glass, it was all geometry and light. The stabilizer ring glowing faint blue, convoy markers drifting in patient lines, the cold curl of the Orth Halcyon corridor stretching out like a frozen river. Inside, it smelled like metal, stale coffee, and too many overtime shifts. "Traffic log, last 6 hours," Commander Rhee said. The hollow tank answered with stacked columns of red and amber. Freighters waiting in drift. Medical aid ships flagged priority but still held at the edge of the corridor. A handful of warships loitered outside, escorts for traders who could still afford guns. "We're at 109% of designed throughput, sir," the traffic officer said. "Holding any longer risks sink drift on the stabilizer. Orth Station already filed a protest." "They can protest to the gas giant," Rhee said. "We don't push that ring past tolerance or none of this moves." He pinched the bridge of his nose. In the reflection on the glass, the lines on his face were worn deep. Too many years of being the man between hungry planets and a fragile machine. On the lower tier of the spire, techs murmured into headsets. Status lights washed their faces green and amber. A distant clank shook the decking. Somewhere out along the struts, welders were patching stress fractures with pre-fall alloy they barely understood. The dreadnought Resolute sat nose-locked to the spire like a steel cathedral, her massive hull dwarfing the smaller frigates and tugboats that fluttered around her. Her guns were cold for now, but everyone on the gate could feel her there, like a coiled fist. "Where is Captain Dalen?" Rhee asked. "On his flag bridge, sir," said his aide. "Patrol drills with the escort group." "Good. Keep him drilling. The pirates are getting bolder." He didn't have to say which pirates. Open band feeds had been full of them lately. Carrion Crown warlords bragging on public channels, raving in front of camera drones, promising to liberate the Orth Halcyon chain from tolls and tariffs. Their ships, when they showed themselves, clung to shadow and gaps in patrol schedules. So far, Resolute had chased them off. So far. On Dock 3 Delta, the air was thicker and the light harsher. Cargo handler Joran Tal wiped sweat from his eyes and watched the new freighter ease into the cradle. It was an ugly ship. Patched hull, mismatched thrusters, paint scorched from too many hot jumps. The transponder tagged it as Marin's Hope, registered out of a nothing world that Joran had never heard of. "Looks like it's held together with wishes," his partner muttered. "Wishes pay the same as armor," Joran said. "Come on." They cycled out to the gantry as the docking arms clamped. The freighter's ramp hissed down, spilling a wave of warm, oily air. A woman in a patched flight jacket strode out, hands held away from her sides in a mockery of compliance. "Customs," Joran called. His voice sounded thin in the big bay. "State cargo and manifest." "Food, scrap, and cheap luxuries," the woman said. Her accent was wrong for the registry. "Got the list right here, friend." She handed over a slate. The numbers were neat, the declarations boring. Grain supplement, processed protein bricks, machine parts. Joran scrolled through, looking for anything that would flag. Nothing. He was about to hand the slate back when she smiled and leaned in just close enough that the cams on the wall would catch it, but not the thing in her hand. A small sealed box, neutral gray, no markings. "For the inspector," she said quietly. "Processed stim, clean, no cut. You have a long shift ahead. You can scan the crates all day if you want. Or you can not make trouble and I'll make sure your locker smells like something other than cleanser for once." Joran's mouth went dry. He imagined the stim. No more nodding off at the end of a 4-day stretch. No more snapping at the kids over slow messages back home. He imagined the extra credits that would come with it when he traded some to friends on the lower decks. "It's a mandatory scan," he heard himself say. "Random checks. Procedure." "Then check," she said. "You'll find exactly what the list says. I just don't want delays. Cargo spoils, people starve. You don't want that, do you?" Her eyes were steady. There was no threat in them, just tired calculation.